Alright guys, what I think it's one of the best special events this game has ever seen is finally here, and obviously I am talking about the Discord mods special event where the Koenigsegg CC850 is making its first free-to-play appearance. And yes, I am aware that some of you guys might call me out for what I have just said, but if you have been playing this game for a while, I can only assure you that the Koenigsegg CC850 key is likely for you and for free this time. So with nothing else to say, let's get into it. Okay, so first of all, let's have a look into this event overall rewards. Since I already have my Koenigsegg CC850 at 6 stars, I need to have a look into the total amount of epic import parts of this car available, and I have to admit that I have been massively surprised. Just through all the stages of this event, there is a chance to obtain way over the 16 epic import parts needed to completely gold max this Koenigsegg, which is something I was somewhat expecting from this event since it was made following the Discord mods instructions, and those mods were quite aware of the lack of the needed epic import parts in some of the most recent special events. Still, I have to admit that this is something great because this time there aren't only a ton of epic import parts, but there are a ton of blueprints for the required cars as well, which makes this entire event look more like a mayhem event rather than an average special event, honestly. What about the required cars? Well, being the Koenigsegg CC850 one of the highest ranked cars of the entire game, I have to admit that these requirements are extremely easy for a car this good. But you know, understandably, I can already see people in the comments rioting because they don't have the tech rules or the W Motors Fenrir Supersport at enough stars. And guys, to those people, I can only say that those who have been playing the game for years will agree with me when I say that this special event gives a really solid car for a fairly cheap price in terms of requirements. And yeah, in case you are not seeing it, the Koenigsegg CC850 key is available on the penultimate stage of this special event, locked behind a 6 stars Koenigsegg requirement. So now that begs the question, is it worth to go for this car? Should you spend your tokens into it? Well, the event gives 95 Koenigsegg blueprints, assuming that you have all the required cars maxed out, so you would have to spend for 30 to 35,000 tokens to max it out from this point. If you start from 0 blueprints and decide to max out this car, it will take over 40,000 tokens though, but this car is quite reliant on its epic import parts. So yeah, spend with the goal of obtaining as many epic import parts of this Koenigsegg as possible in order to leave this car as close to gold as possible as well. In terms of performance, it's not necessarily superior to other top speed cars like the Hennessy Venom F5 or the Koenigsegg Jesko itself, but still the Koenigsegg CC850 is quite decent and is a fun car to drive, so that's why I would recommend going for it, because it has potential. The required cars are not insanely hard to get, but that doesn't mean that those cars are top tier in terms of performance, but don't worry because I will get into those a bit later. By the way, I am genuinely curious as of why is this Koenigsegg the main car of a special event designed exclusively by the Discord mods. You know, some of you might not be aware of this, but shortly after this Koenigsegg was released for the first time ever through the Drive Syndicate 7, many people obtained it through questionable means, leading to one of the biggest ban waves in game history. As a result of those bans, Gameloft took back this car from many players' accounts, making this car weirder to see on multiplayer, since you know not many people got it maxed out the legal way compared to all of those who lost it. And now everyone with the right cards has a chance to lock and max out this Koenigsegg CC850 basically for free, which I personally think it's nice since many people who decided not to go for it during the Drive Syndicate 7 can now have a chance to go for it, while giving a chance to those who did it the wrong way to get it back. You can let me know your thoughts in regards to this moral dilemma in the comment section though. If by any chance you decide to go all in for this special event and you end up spending on the required cars packs, I do have great news for you though, because those packs cost 75 tokens each, which is not extremely expensive when compared to other multipacks we have got for similar special events in the past. And if you are only missing the tech rules, for example, I would recommend you to wait, since the 20th of May this year there will be an unleash featuring a pack for that car, despite that one will cost 90 tokens each, making it slightly more expensive to max out. In regards to all the other required cars, I would say that most of them are either good for multiplayer or just useful in general, so you wouldn't be necessarily getting a king by spending on these multipacks, but at least you will be getting fairly decent options to use. The goal of this event was not to make it hard for most people, but instead to make it somewhat rewarding for those who have been committed to the game for a decent amount of time, and I don't really think that's a fair deal, since something similar happened to the Coding Special event and other community-related events on Nintendo Switch, for example. For those who might not have the tokens or all the required cards, I would sadly recommend them to skip this entire event if there is no chance that they will unlock the Koenigsegg CC850. If you are from a low starting round with less than 50,000 tokens and lacking half of the required cards for this special event, it is quite likely that you won't get the chance to get anywhere close to this card key, which is a pity honestly, but in the long run, skipping this entire event is the best thing you can do. Hopefully in the future you will have another chance to go for this card, but if you don't meet the requirements I have mentioned earlier, you are not likely to go far enough on this event to get the Koenigsegg CC850 key. It's just better to secure the future now than regretting wrong spending decisions later. So that's about it, I guess. Right at this moment, it's your turn to let me know your thoughts in regards to this brand new Discord mods special event. Would you like to have more events like this every few months? Which is the reason behind doing these fairly generous events? Make sure to drop your like and let me know down in the comment section, and I will see you really soon as usual with much more Asphalt content. Goodbye guys!